Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be kind of a harder message for me to share, so I hope you'll stick around all the way until the end. Part of this message has to deal with my own testimony of what I came from and what I survived in order to be who I am today, to allow me to help other people heal. My mission here on this planet is to be a healer. Part of that comes with dealing with a lot of emotional pain as well as some physical pains that I had to endure throughout my lifetime. And some of that I shared in my book, Stepping Stones to Destiny. It's my autobiography of how I overcame some of these challenges. I want this platform to be a place where people feel like they can also share those things in a safe way to help you also to heal. Unfortunately, with that healing, there's also a lot of darkness. And so people sometimes think that spiritual people are all love and light. And while we try to be that for other people in our life, sometimes they don't realize that there is a lot of darkness that still lurks beneath the surface. And for me, that's definitely true. When you know that you've truly healed, when you've done enough of the shadow work to realize that that darkness no longer makes you stifled or makes you less than, it empowers you. It creates this boundary that other people cannot challenge. They cannot throw things in your face anymore and have it affect you the same way because you truly have healed and you truly have changed. There's people in my life that have disowned me, my own family included. I have my dad and I haven't really spoken in the last 4 years, and that's by his choice. I've always left the door open for when he wanted to talk, and apparently that day was today. So I spent the last couple of hours texting back and forth with him and listening to all the lies that he wanted to spew and really trying to just regulate my own system and realize that he has not changed, but I have. And so energetically, we're no longer compatible, and that's okay. I've come to terms with that. I made my peace with that many years ago, that he abandoned us when we were little, and he had no desire to change. He had no desire to have a relationship with me, with my children, and that's his loss. It's not mine. But my goal was to heal from all of the trauma and all the pains and all the wounds. Unfortunately, my children in this lifetime have also experienced a lot of negative impact and a lot of trauma and things like that we didn't know for many years. So as a family, we're trying to actually work through some of those things as well. But people on the outside only believe what they are told. They don't ever seem to want to come to the source and get the truth or their side of things. What Spirit is telling me, the reason that I'm being prompted to share something that is so personal and so vulnerable today, is because there's so many of us out there that have lived through the same thing. So Spirit is asking you today, are you comfortable with where you are, or are you being prompted to move, change, and grow? For me, I was being prompted to grow. And I don't normally share such vulnerable things socially, publicly, things like that. But Spirit's prompting me and telling me that I have to be the change I want to see in the world. And I want to see healing. I no longer desire revenge for the people who hurt me. I desire peace. I desire healing. So I want this to be a space where people feel like if they need a place to vent or they need to express how they're feeling, if this message is triggering to you, then express how you feel without judgment. If there is judgment in the comments, I will block you. I don't care. This is going to be a place for you to share what you need to feel and be okay being that way, being vulnerable. So Spirit is telling me that they are going to amplify your gifts for being vulnerable. That this eclipse season is about to be completely mind-blowing how powerful things start to shift and change for the better. If you've been doing the work, you're about to be greatly rewarded on epic levels that you can't even completely fathom yet because it hasn't happened yet. But Spirit is bringing the darkness to the light so that we can burn away all of the darkness and we can only resonate with the light. Part of that means that we no longer hide all of the skeletons in our closet, that we are real, true, and authentic versions of ourselves. And that is how you know that we have truly healed. So whatever it is that you struggle with, know that those aren't things to bring you shame or to condemn you, that those are things that made you strong and made you who you are, that you are no longer a victim, but you are a survivor. You might be like me. I'm the generational curse breaker in my family. I'm the black sheep. I'm the one that everybody decided that I had to be the scapegoat. But I was the one that saw the truth, and I'm the one who couldn't stand for it and couldn't stomach it anymore, so I did something about it to change it for the better. That is my mission work here on this planet. I'm supposed to break the terrible cycles of abuse and trauma, and I'm supposed to expose it so that we can heal it. If you don't acknowledge it, you can never change it. So you first have to honor what happened, and then you have to go forward and work through healing it. The masks of all of these people are falling off. Their true identities will be revealed, whether that's a good person or a bad person. And your job is to use discernment and to enable the boundaries against the darkness. You first have to acknowledge it. You then have to create those boundaries, and you then have to stick to those. Remember that the toxic cycles are starting to break. This eclipse season is going to reveal a lot more than people realize. So own your own shit. Stand on your own business and work through the pain, because through the pain you will find who you really are and how strong you actually are in order to achieve your purpose, your calling.